Now, I know I might receive a little bit of hate for making this video, but for those of you who've been watching the channel for quite some time now, you guys would know I've been a pretty big believer in Fallout 76 and that Bethesda could eventually turn it around, which is legitimately what I think they did. I think that the game had one of the worst launches in 2018, which is a known fact, but in 2020, with the Wastelanders DLC update, they were very much able to turn it into a way different game. And from 2020, 2021 and on, I thought that Bethesda would continue to maybe not update it as, big as what Wastelanders was, of course, or maybe even go for something half of that every single year would still be a nice achievement and something that I think would keep Fallout 76 running for quite some time. But as we of course do know of, since around, I would say early on in 2022, Fallout 76 has been nothing but an absolute mess with limited updates coming out. The game remaining till still stayed quite glitched, especially with every smaller update seems to follow another plethora of glitches that just continue to keep coming into this game. And again, small little updates to this game that no one really asks for or asked for at all. And what I'm trying to get at here is, if Bethesda clearly don't want to update this game with big, meaningful DLC anymore, then it almost seems like it might be the time to pull the plug somewhat on Fallout 76. And this is really the first time I have made a video like this. I don't think I've ever really said on the channel before that it is time for them to pull the plug, but it has become very evident with the lack of storyline content that Bethesda really have no care in the world for this game whatsoever. And again, I think 2023 was such a weird year for Fallout because it was almost like we were promised so much and we received nothing. For instance, right, with 2022, we didn't really receive a whole lot of Fallout 76 content. Again, we did receive the Pit DLC, but it felt extremely late considering the Pit DLC was reportedly supposed to come in 2021, and I believe the PTS for it was already early 2022. And when it dropped, it was nothing like anyone thought it was going to be. It was such a big disappointment. And then again, no updates ended up coming. So we honestly thought that, hold on a second, 2023 would be the year where Fallout would receive a ton of content. This was even backed more with Bethesda officially, confirming with the leaks and whatnot that the Fallout TV series was, of course, complete, and that it would 99.9% come out midway through, 2023. That, of course, did not end up happening. Bethesda themselves confirmed that Fallout 4 would be getting an updated version for PS5, Xbox Series X, next-gen consoles, as well as a plethora of deleted content and Fallout 4 Creation Club content. All of this type of stuff that, again, they confirmed ages ago. We just never, ever received it. And again, with no content coming for Fallout 76 other than a miserable Pit DLC in 2022, you would have thought we would have got some content in 2023. Again, all three of those ended up being false. We still don't know what's going on with the Fallout TV series. That Fallout 4 next-gen update never ever came, and now you expect it probably won't this year with Starfield releasing soon. And of course, the only new news we got for Fallout 76 was that we would be receiving a new DLC potentially sometime next year, where we would be exploring Atlantic City on another expedition. Again, a lot of issues with all of that. Fallout 76 has legitimately, again, died more and more. And you might be wondering, well, why did so much get promised and nothing got delivered? What have Bethesda been doing instead of updating Fallout 76, instead of updating Fallout 4, right? And it really does beg the question of, no one really knows, but it's legitimately not what they promised. Again, the main one that a lot of people say is, oh, it's because they're working on Starfield. Well, yes, Bethesda are working on Starfield, but we got to remember that the game studio working on Fallout 76, Bethesda Austin, the majority of that game studio was reportedly still working on Fallout 76 and didn't come to, again, help with Starfield. And let's just say, for some reason, let's just say this, that half the game studio did actually go help with Starfield in the final days, which probably did end up happening. Let's just say that is true. Then we got to remember as well, Bethesda confirmed they hired a bunch of different mod teams and whatnot to continue working on Fallout 76. So where has that content been and what have they been doing? No one exactly really knows, but all we know is it's extremely slow and nothing has really been confirmed. Then you got the Fallout 4 one. We got to remember that Fallout 4 Creation Club content that was confirmed was reportedly content that was completed in 2020 and 2021. We knew that Bethesda were working on a bunch of Creation Club content in those years. They just couldn't get them out because of COVID, and of course they ended up getting hit with a massive lawsuit where people were threatening to sue Fallout 4's Creation Club and Bethesda due to the fact that when they bought the Season Pass, it was entitled to them that they would get all DLC from this point on. But of course we know if you own the Season Pass, you never got the Creation Club DLC. So again, reportedly that lawsuit was all figured out, and that Bethesda were able to release this Creation Club content that has just been sitting there for a couple years. Again, that doesn't have anything to do with the production of Starfield. Where is that content? This all leads to what is really going on with Fallout entirely in 2023, but also Fallout 76 is legitimately receiving no new content, and the little content that we are getting, no one is really asking for. The player count, I believe, is at somewhat of an all-time low, and the remaining players that are on the game, most of them haven't even bought the game. They're just playing it through Xbox Game Pass, which is about, again, a couple dollars a month and whatnot. A lot of issues with Fallout 76. It won't be getting updated for a long time. I don't think Atlantic City DLC will come out through maybe halfway through 2024, if that. And when it does come, there's a huge chance it's going to be as bad as what, again, the Pit DLC was. And if that's true, that's kind of the final nail in the coffin. But it really does make you wonder, and I do probably genuinely believe that Bethesda probably need to pull the pin on Fallout 76. The game is somewhat dead, it's got no movement, it's got no traction, and you really do wonder what the future is going to be like. Again, if Bethesda don't want to pull the pin on it, that's fine, as long as they release some content that people actually want, and that's what's going to get the player base back in it. But I don't see why this game is still getting these little crappy updates that only limited people are playing. It doesn't sound sufficient enough to keep this game running, and it really does make you think. And especially when Starfield comes out, you can only imagine Fallout 76 is going to take an even bigger hit. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys think Bethesda need to pull the pin on Fallout 76, or do you guys think they should keep updating it and whatnot? Again, I would very much like to know. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all this latest content and whatnot. Subscribe to my sports channel, my IRL Slack vlogging channel, and comment your thoughts and opinions down below. And yeah, as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.